weird that Derrick Henry fumbled on the second play of the game? Or is it even weirder that we can't beat the Steelers at all? Now, if y'all just seen the game that I just saw not too long ago, you're just as pissed as I am. Now, luckily, I've had time to cool down because shit was finna get real. I gotta talk about a lot of things right now, so here we go. Speaking of that aforementioned fumble, all the weird shit seems to happen in the Steelers-Ravens games. I mean, I don't know how you explain this. I mean, Justin Tucker missed 2 field goals that he usually makes. Like, I don't know what's going on with him this year. Can somebody help me explain what's going on with him? Because I really don't know. Anywho, the defense wasn't too bad today. Although we gave it that big play to George Pickens. It was going to happen eventually. I wasn't surprised. He was going to hit one eventually. Speaking of weird shit, Isaiah Likely got stripped by none other than Patrick Queen. Not only did he strip him, he recovered it. Again, weird shit. This is unexplainable, yo. The Steelers are like the Chiefs of the AFC North. We just cannot beat them. The only difference between them and the Chiefs is that we never see them in the playoffs. They always sweep us in the regular season. They're just never in the playoffs. I'm not usually mad at losses, but this one hit me right there. I think a garbage company would have had a better time out there than they did. Because what I saw there was absolutely trash today. We had 1,000,001 penalties today. That's not out of the ordinary. We just love getting the yellow flag thrown at us every game for some reason. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Of course, it was really chippy out there. It's Ravens Steelers. Shit was getting crazy out there. I think it's time to get to the negatives, if it wasn't already enough of them. Very few positives. We ran for over 120 yards. Bad thing is we had 3 turnovers today. I mean, you can't really win too many games if you miss 2 field goals and turn the ball over 3 times. Given that we gave the Steelers excellent field position on both turnovers, both the fumbles, but luckily the defense came through today. I thought they would have had 4 sacks, but they called the play dead because George Pickens pulled a who did they play on Monday night? He pulled a Giants. Now on Madden tip, Adolphe would have got a card just like Nambi, formerly known as Justin, last week. That's right. The offense seems to disappear when we play the Chiefs, especially against the Steelers. No, didn't see that coming. When the game first started, I knew this was going to be some bullshit. We fumbled on the second play of the game. I missed it, but he fumbled. Derrick Henry fumbled. It just doesn't get any weirder than that. The only other time he fumbled was against the Bills, but the game was already over, so it really didn't matter. Isaiah Likely had him a nice game today. He did fumble. Luckily, we held him to 3 right for half. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. We can't beat the Steelers at all. Do we need Anthony Brown to beat the Steelers like we did last time? Oh, wait. That was the Pro Bowl Huntley game. The first one. Yeah, still don't know how he got a Pro Bowl. I guess we need to run for like 200 yards every time we play the Steelers, because that's how we won in 2022. Yes, 2022. The year Lamar got hurt at the end of the year. The second time. I also should have won that playoff game, but that's neither here nor there. What is it going to take to beat the Steelers? Because they seem to have our number every time we play them. I'm not surprised that these games are always close, but Jesus. We shot ourselves in the foot too many damn times today, y'all. Untimely penalties on big plays. Like, we was getting some big plays called back today. Somebody was either holding or somebody jumped. But we got Russell Wilson off his spot today. He didn't throw any touchdowns. Marla picked him off in the red zone. He basically lobbed it to him. I was like, whoa! We gonna win the game. But then number 41, forget his name, made a hell of a play on the ball. Justice Hill caught it. I actually thought he caught it. But that shit got ripped out. It's like all who's no dreams of ever beating the Chiefs in the playoffs. Yeah, it was rough. The day just wasn't one of those days. And I kind of seen that coming because every time we play the Steelers, some weird shit happens. Just like last year, they beat us on a field goal, a block punt, and a late touchdown. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that, right? Also, not to mention Lamar do a really bad red zone interception last year to Joey Porter Jr. Every time we play the Steelers, Lamar the offense just disappears. Speaking of Zay, I turned the game off as soon as he dropped that pass. He did score. I didn't care to watch the rest of that fucking game because it pissed me off. I'm not really mad that we lost to the Steelers. The way we lose to the Steelers is absolutely hilarious because we keep shooting ourselves in the foot every time we play them. This should have been a blowout last year. The first game we played anyway. That should have been a blowout. But a bunch of drops and penalties. I don't know about this game though, because the offense looked off. I mean off. The run game was there, but it wasn't enough. This was one of those games, bro. I kind of envisioned this happening. We didn't give up a single touchdown on offense, and somehow we lose the game. Please tell me, with any world that actually makes sense. 2 field goals, bro? Justin Tucker, you part of the reason we lost this game today. I'm not gonna say it. I was about to say something very controversial. I'm just gonna keep that to myself. Who do we play next week? The Hardballs go at it in. Okay, that should be a fun game. The O-line was shaky today. Somehow Lamar, he did get sacked. They did take that sack back though, because of a Patrick Queen penalty. Either way, that should be a fun game. That's on Monday night. We should win that game though. It's probably gonna be like a game like we had last year when we played them. I would imagine so. But yeah, this was a pretty long-winded video / rant. Penalties, turnovers, more penalties and more turnovers, and a drop included, is the reason that we lost this game. But the drop had nothing to do with the loss. The 2 field goals did though. I don't know what it's going to take to beat the Steelers, but we need to figure this out. Because I don't think just expect to get swept by them every year at this point. And we don't play them till New Year's Eve, if I remember correctly. Hopefully we win that game, but by that point we probably be resting our starters. It looked like the starters took a day off today. I'm not going to talk about it. This definitely wasn't going to be an easy win. I knew that. We wasn't going to run all over them. But we could at least not shot ourselves in the foot constantly every single drive. And the one good drive we did have, we went right down the field.
Oh, wow.
No penalties.
We go straight down the field.
Who would have thought?
We had one other good drive. We had multiple decent drives, but Justin Tucker decided to not bring his leg to Pittsburgh today and missed 2 field goals. I still love you though. Never forget 66 yards against the Lions. Offense had its moments, but of course, that shit was stagnant like some flood water. The defense actually wasn't that bad today. I don't know if I said that before. I feel like I did, but if I didn't, I did now. Pray these Ravens get a win next week, Flock. It's gonna be a tough game, but we got this.